1979, UFO puts out the fantastic double live Strangers in the Night, featuring the one and only Michael Schenker on guitar. Now, word on the street is that when they were mixing this album in the studio, some funky stuff went down with one of Michael's solos on the song Rock Bottom. And he got pissed off, left the studio, and never returned to UFO. Instead, what he did was he put out the Michael Schenker Group. And as you can see on the corner there, it says formerly of UFO. So they were trying to market him. And on this album, he had Mo Foster on bass, Simon Phillips on drums, and Don Airey on keyboards. And Don Airey, as you know, he was in Rainbow. He obviously did the Schenker record. Was with Z for a few years, and I think he's still with Deep Purple. So he's out there like Michael is, still doing it. But yeah, we all bought this. And, the funny thing was it never really caught over here in North America. But I think, Michael, he didn't really care. Where it did catch was in Japan. Guy has one record out, and obviously his backlog of UFO songs from the 70s. So what does he do? He puts together a super group for the live. He's got Gary Barden. He's got Cozy Powell. He's got Chris Glenn. And he brought over his UFO bandmate, Paul Raymond, who does the fantastic job of keyboards, rhythm guitar, and backing vocals. And Mikey put out One Night at Budokan. So he goes over there and sells out the Budokan. And as you can see, so as a thank you, he released this album, which I don't think was officially ever released here in North America. Maybe it was years and years later, but it was such a hard album to find. And one of my buddies, high school, Pizza Thief, he actually had a copy of this. And we all taped it. And it wasn't until recently that my pal Pete from the Old Man Record Club found it here in the bins in Thunder Bay and gifted it to me. Thank you, sir. I salute you, because this is, like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite albums. And the crazy thing is, when they recorded it back in 82 at the Budokan, this record, Michael Schenker Group, hadn't even hit the street yet. So there you are. There's the band there, right? The band that appeared on the Budokan album. And I tell you, this Budokan album has some of Michael's best guitar playing. I mean, he opens up with Armed and Ready, Cry for the Nations, and then they go into a song off the soon-to-be-released Michael Schenker Group record, Attack of the Mad Axeman. And does that solo lift off at the end once Paul Raymond gets into that rhythm guitar and Michael just punches his leads? And that's the thing with Michael Schenker. I can listen to that guy solo. I mean, I'm not a guitar player, but, it sounds like he's changing his tones, and he's just like, he's not playing like a gajillion notes a minute like some other guys do. I'm not naming names, but you know what I'm talking about. And it's such a solid record. But I Want More has a great Cozy Powell drum fill in it. Victim of Illusion. They give Gary Barden a break on vocals, and they do Into the Arena, which is just a musical, which was off the debut Schenker album. And each guy gets to show his chops. Don on the keyboards, bit of a bass solo from Chris Glenn. Cozy Powell's doing his thing on the drums. Ah, man, what a fucking killer band. And you go to the second record, and it's On and On, a fantastic ballad, and Never Trust a Stranger. Same thing, nice electric keyboard through it. And then at the end, Paul Raymond ditches the keyboard, goes to the rhythm guitar. Michael just ramps up a fantastic solo. Should have been a huge hit over here, but for some reason, Michael Schenker Group just never took off. Another great tune, Let Sleeping Dogs Lie. But not to forget his past. On side 4, he does a cover. Well, not a cover. He does his own song there. Doctor from UFO. And there is the back cover. Right. And it's nice. It's nice. A little gatefold package there. You get all the shots, get the Budokan. You see all the people at the Budokan. And it is a fantastic album. Now, I know they released a deluxe edition on CD about maybe a dozen years ago. where they added a 10-minute Cozy Powell drum solo and a couple other songs. And I know it's up on Apple, so it's obviously up on Spotify. Folks should check it out if you can't get a copy of this. But yeah, I had to throw it down for this album because, you know, everybody loves top 10 lists, and for sure, this would be in my top 10 live albums of all time. And I'm getting to be an old guy, and that's still saying something. The only unfortunate thing is this was basically the last hurrah of this unit. Cozy Powell left, probably due to money. Paul Raymond left, and he hopped with his other old UFO bandmate, the late great Pete Way, and he was part of Wasted for a bit. And yeah, you know, Gary Barden, he soldiered on, got replaced by Graham Bonnet for Assault Attack in '82. And then Gary came back, and, you know, and then Gary left, and then Michael got Robin McCauley. And yeah, you know, but Michael, he's kept going. But man, you want to talk about some killer live guitar playing? Check out One Night at Budokan. Thanks, folks. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you dug what you saw here, push subscribe. If not, thanks for dropping in. And we'll catch you on the